So yesterday, I explained a little bit about Tara, general Kazan, Doma Kurjera. That is normally Logi Tamashavana, the General. Nature Junadi, Juzo Kuchi, Marazulita, Yamin Chedi, and Jizun Domadi, Monjuzu Biki, Kuta, Domadi Song, Domadi Tu, Tita, Sozu Drake. Then the Modi Chujuku is. And the Nabadi and Juba, that's what the
So just in brief, we don't really have time to go into Tara, the whole sort of history of the story of Tara and so on this morning, but just very briefly for those who were not here yesterday, Tara is essentially a Sambhogakaya deity, and the essence of Tara is the Dharmakaya aspect, and the forms that Tara appears in are the Nirmanakaya forms, the 21 Taras and so on. And what we're doing with this kind of sadhana, this kind of practice, is accomplishing the qualities of the Sambhogakaya through using the form and practices of Tara. So that's sort of a brief overview.
So the Lu Madaba Tanda, Madaba Kishu, Madabiki, Ludini, Jamni, Taba, and Domadi Kuirashi. And Ma Madabadi, Tabarchini, Domadi Sundarashi. Any some Namdo, Nando, Madabadi, Nando, Chadamo Sunaso, Tezo Tabarchini, and Domadi Tuda, Nizuma, yes, and then Jawan the Teni, Madabi Nawadi, Tower Chiada, and by Taro Diana, and by Tower Chair, or the Ligiton, and the way the Kusunto, yes, and Madabi Nawadi Tazuna, and Madabigi now let any young lady, and Dumelda, and Mutiba de Shazan, Tarashingini, she told me go rest, I go at the race, and Tatu, Chuju could be at the race. And that came to the chip, Tana jumped to so the Madabigi now, Tabigi, now and jumped to the lady go by race. And you need that. Jamadi China, that Tuji Melam, then Kong the Chinati, Amazon Jula, Jutua Chia, and the Lady Race, and then Joey the Tabla, and then one Bonita, and China Joy and the race, and then the other Tamo, which is Sainania, Tonga, Yamaji Chibutenabi, and one Juna. And Karina, this Dagma Resla, Pengiris, Tendijibu, and Tarwan, the way to say
so basically, through this practice of Tara, through the sadhana of using Tara as a Yidam deity, we can purify our impure perception into pure perception. And so specifically, we, impurely perceive our body, and so we can transform the impure perception we have of our body into the pure form of Tara, and our impure speech is transformed into the pure speech of Tara, and finally our impure mind, which basically means all the concepts, thoughts, attachment, and anger, and ignorance, and so on, are transformed into the wisdom mind of Tara. And so this is what occurs, or the training we're engaging in through this practice. And so another way to say that is we're getting increasingly subtle. We're training our body, speech, and mind to get subtler and subtler, to approach the body, speech, and mind of Tara, accomplishing the enlightened body, speech, and mind of Tara. So basically, the suffering, a lot of suffering comes from having impure perception, like we have. And so this is a way to pacify and clear away that kind of suffering that comes from impure perception. So basically, that's the kind of purpose. The ultimate purpose is to accomplish the Dharmakaya dimension. And so that's the ultimate purpose. So basically, another way to, when we say Dharmakaya, this also means the nature of our mind, the ultimate nature of our mind. And so essentially, we can say, two main things happening. One is purifying the impure dimensions of our body, speech, and mind. And the other is to receive the blessings of Tara, and to connect with Tara and to receive her blessings, which is a result of the enlightened aspirations she made. And so, in fact, this is one point of the empowerment, is to connect us to the enlightened blessings of Tara. And that's part of the purpose of the empowerment. And so, later this afternoon and tomorrow, we're going to be studying and practicing the WhiteTara sadhana. And it's not really okay to study and practice that without having the empowerment. And so to do it properly, and for it to be beneficial, to receive the blessings, that's why I decided to confer the empowerment.
Okay. Subject chamber.
That's
Music jam and I let out go to Chezan Wang la Judy Mangura, Judy. Bang number she, Pong, Sama, Shadow Shijiwa, Tsiwan, Tedelani. Teach it that the Pongwana be Chidan, that Shibachi and Dona, that Mazik Jachamba, she had the Yura. Turn Sabo the Lily. Tayana Beta, Talinkas of our, and Dikasu, Jongar, the one Kaso, and Go, Song, Two, Yunde, and then Chili, or that the big one. The Digital yes. Good one top Ladicaso, Jizin Magita, good Chinabira, or the Dasso Julia Shufun Sana. And also the Lugi, Dibata, there's a shadow, Tazo, some better than me what you go. Me but Dicazuda, one goes to some downs, but the legend me what you go. The next song the one told because in Suzubita. Magi one is up in the one and the Sertoma, when the Sasha Magi depot and the weapons of Shaza, the Neta Pa, Tasum, Samasi. Chida, the weapons of Rage and Legra, and the one the rebellion with the Libras of the body, and she did it. Took the nations, my ye to better to that. And
ye, that's
all the you and they Chile, totally one rebellion, one must lead the day because Jesu goes on to you and then the Chile, the Chilab, the Sozola, on Jusu Sabas, tell me what the church is.
The subject of empowerment, or Wang in Tibetan, is a very vast subject. Even if we were to study the subject of empowerment our whole life, we may not fully understand every dimension of it. It's a very vast topic. There are also many classes of Tantra out there. Again, a very vast subject. And so, classically, there's the sort of four main empowerments: the base empowerment, the secret empowerment, the knowledge wisdom empowerment, and the precious word empowerment. But again, these are vast topics of all the details and subtleties of them, with a very profound meaning as well. So, although it's a vast topic, here we will receive a specific aspect. So in this particular case, of course, we're receiving the WhiteTara empowerment. And in this WhiteTara empowerment, there are 5 aspects. And there's the body aspect, the speech aspect, the mind aspect, the qualities aspect, and the activities aspect. And so those are the 5 dimensions of this particular empowerment. And so, as for the body, when we receive the empowerment of the enlightened form or body of Tara, this is a way to receive the blessings of Tara's enlightened form, which then can enter or be planted in our mind stream. And then at this point, we need to imagine that the impurities, any bad deeds we may have done by way of our body are purified. And so there's a specific visualization for that part of the empowerment. Likewise, for the empowerment of the enlightened speech, when that happens, again, we imagine that whatever non-virtue we've accumulated by way of our speech is purified. In fact, each section has a particular visualization, a particular attitude or intention and visualization that goes with it. And during the empowerment, I will explain what that is. So each of the 5 sections has their own visualization and way to place the mind when receiving it. So the same with the mind. Empowerment involves our ordinary mind and all the, karma we accumulate with our ordinary mind, and that gets purified. We should imagine that during the empowerment. And likewise with the qualities and the activities. So fundamentally, there's these 5 dimensions: body, speech, mind, qualities, and activities. And each of them has their respective blessings, and each of them has their respective visualization that we need to do during the empowerment.
So, Wang, in Tibetan we call it Wang, and then it is translated as empowerment or initiation here. And in Sanskrit it is called Abhishek, Abhisheka. So Abhishek means you are pouring. Pouring, is it? Complete words. So pouring something from one cup to another cup. So that is the meaning of Abhisheka. So you are fully giving everything what you have, or you are fully giving the authority. Something like that. Is it?
Yeah.
Authorized. Generally, one initiation, as Adam explained and mentioned just before, vast empowerment secret empowerment, wisdom empowerment, and words empowerment. So these are the 4 types of empowerment. Right? So what they do is, vast empowerment is for our body. So when we receive the vast empowerment, we purify, that purifies our body, transform our body. Purpose of that, to clean our body, purify our body. And purpose of speech empowerment is to purify our speech. So what we have as a human, we have body, speech, and mind. These 3, right? Secret empowerment is to purify our speech, impure speech. And what is that? Wisdom empowerment is to purify our mind, impure mind. So the job of the last word empowerment is when one's body, speech, and mind are purified, we are ready, we are like prepared and ready to receive the instruction. What do you call instruction? Pointing out instruction. So then the job of 4th empowerment, secret empowerment, the words empowerment, is to point out what is the true nature. So that is the meaning of last and 4th empowerment. Okay, that is general. I'm talking about general empowerment. So give you some ideas of empowerments. So in this case, as I mentioned, there are 4 or 5 empowerment. So I will begin now.